Welcome back, friends. So we want to talk about, all along we've been talking about short run production analysis, where at least one of the inputs is fixed, so you can't change it in the short run. But in the long run, all factors are variable. All factors can be changed in the long run, and there are some important facts to know about the long run production analysis. What we want to talk about is economies of scale. Economies of scale are the advantages in the form of lower average cost accruing to a firm independently or to the industry as a whole as it expands. So in the long run, as you expand, or as the industry you find yourself in expands, your scale of production, your cost will start decreasing. Specifically, your average cost will start decreasing, and that is called economies of scale. So it is a falling cost per unit of production of a firm as it expands its size or becomes localized. There are two types of economies of scale. We have the internal economies of scale and the external economies of scale. We'll look at each one of them. With the internal economies of scale, it is the cost savings advantages in the form of lower average cost that a firm enjoys independently as it expands its size or scale of operation in the long run due to internal adjustments within the firm. So this is enjoyed by the firm as the firm expands in the long run. They can be divided into different types. We have the technical economies. This is when there is efficient utilization of factors of production or machinery. So in the long run, as you expand, you buy more machines and they will be used efficiently because the machines, the stage 3 will not set in. The stage 3 we found in the short run will not set in if the inputs or the factors, the variable factors are so many. Now you have more fixed factors to accommodate those variable factors, so there will be efficient utilization of the factors of production. The second is financial economies. When you become very big, when you expand, your credit worthy also increases. In fact, when you expand, it is easy for you to be given a loan by a bank. If you are a very small company, the bank is unwilling to give you loan. So it helps you get credit. It helps you plow back your profit. If you expand, you can put back the profit you get into the business. Unlike you being a very small company and your profit must be used for yourself and others. And also, as you expand, you can issue shares. You issue shares for other investors to buy the shares and invest their money into your business, which will make your capital base very strong. The next is managerial economies. As you expand, you'll be able to employ highly qualified staff. If you are not expanding, you are quite conservative to employ a qualified staff because you cannot even pay them. But as you expand, you can employ highly qualified staff. Marketing. As you expand, you buy in bulk, and when you buy in bulk, you get discount. As you expand, sometimes you don't need to do so much advertisement, or your advertisement cost will even go down. There are some companies, they have expanded so much that everyone knows them, so they don't even do much advertisement. Like Unilever, everyone knows Pepsodent now. So everyone knows Coca-Cola now, so they can decide not to do advertisement. Basically, your cost will reduce, your marketing cost will reduce. As you expand, you get experts who will do the marketing also for you. And the last is risk bearing. As you expand, you can diversify your production. You can produce not just one thing, you can produce different items, and also you can get insurance for your factory or your firm, so that just in case there is any unfortunate situation, fire, theft and others, you will not lose everything you have. So these are some advantages you enjoy, and they reduce your costs. So they are called internal economies of scale. They are called internal economies of scale because it is you, the firm, that enjoys it independently as your scale of production expands. Okay, the next last two, welfare. As you expand, you can provide your workers with canteen facilities, free medical facilities, scholarship bonuses, and better salaries. You can only provide these when you have expanded, and that will reduce it will improve the welfare of your workers, and also it will reduce your workers agitating for higher wages and salaries, because you have been able to provide them with canteen services and all that, and that reduces your cost. And the last is research. As you expand, you'll be able to conduct research. Research is very important because it informs you the best ways to go about your business activity. So it gives you knowledge of market trends, efficient way of production, and that one will further reduce your cost. So all these are enjoyed as a firm expands. The last thing we want to look at is external economies of scale. External economies of scale. From the word external, I think something comes in mind, right? So they are the cost savings advantages a firm enjoys in an industry as the industry grows. So an industry is so many firms doing the same or similar line of business. So we have different industry. We have the soap industry. There are different firms that produce soap, but the coming together of all these firms is called an industry. So such an industry, as it grows and becomes bigger, there are some cost savings advantages a firm will enjoy. What do you think? If you are in an area where there are so many firms producing the same, you are part of the firms producing almost the same or similar products, you don't need to go around looking for skilled labor. Skilled labor will gather themselves and you have them available to work. Another thing is the various firms in the industry can specialize, and there is higher production in specialization. Because it's an industry, one firm can specialize in the production of let's say if it is cosmetics, one firm can decide to specialize in the production of pomade. Another firm can decide to specialize in the production of something else. Yes. So let me take the industrial area, thermo-industrial area, for instance. That in the industry there are some Valco produces uses steel, and Aluex produces cooking utensils. That is the raw material for cooking utensils, and also roofing sheets and others. So they are specialized in different production, but they are all producing steel products or metallic products. So that is it. The next is economic use of byproduct. When you are in an industry, sometimes the byproduct of one particular firm, which would have been thrown away, can be used by your firm also. Instead of you even buying it, it can be given to you for free. Valco, they give their dross to, that is dross, I mean the byproduct of their metal, which they don't need. They give it to Aluex, and Aluex uses that to produce roofing sheets. And sawdust, for instance, the timber logging companies, the sawdust, they don't need it, but they give it as a byproduct to companies that produce chairs and tables and those things. So in an industry, there is economic use of byproducts. And next is springing up of commercial activities. If you are in an industry, sometimes there isn't any need for you to go far to get a bank or insurance company because they see that an industry has evolved at this place, they'll come and establish branches there, and that reduces your cost in a way. And also, common problems are addressed. Where there is an industry, many a times there is road construction, and you wouldn't have to use your profits to construct the road. Government can even come in and construct the road because he has found a lot of firms gathered there in production, so that reduces your cost as well. Thank you. I will end here. If you have any question, you can always bring in the questions. I'll be glad to receive your questions and answer them gladly also. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.